If you are looking for a best electric guitar under $200, this is definitely the right place for you, because I have 5 great under $200 electric guitars over here, and we are going to see which one of these is the best option. And hopefully this video helps you to decide which electric guitar under $200 is the right pick for you. So let's get started. You can see the structure of this video review over here, and you can use the timecodes of this video to jump to the section that you want to see. Our competitors are Jackson JS2020 Dinky, then the Epiphone Les Paul Special Vintage Edition ESP LTD EC10, Ibanez GIO GRX70QA, I always forget that, and then the Squier Bullet Stratocaster HSS. On my channel you can watch the separate sound demos of each separate full in-depth review and the unboxing video of each of these guitars separately. And especially those reviews give you great overview about each guitar. But in this video we are going to look at the different qualities of each guitar and compare these to each other and see which one is the best. And of course this video will have sound samples for you. You can check the latest prices of this guitar by clicking the links in the description. That helps me a lot. I can produce more content and that adds no extra cost for you. And also links to separate videos about these guitars on the description too, so check those out if you want. We will start with the looks of these guitars. I'm not always going to go through every one of them. I'm going to maybe pick the best ones and then which ones are the worst. I think the best looking of this guitar is this Jackson JS2020 Dinky. Not really any flaws in the looks of this guitar. Maybe on this truss rod cover something cool could be added and this would be even better guitar. And by the way, you can see the ratings of this guitar on the screen right now. And ups, this is falling down. And then the second place goes to this Epiphone. It's really nice looking Les Paul, of course, but these tone knobs in the product images and photos that you can see on the music retailers and Epiphone site, these tone knobs doesn't look so bad, but I think that these feel and look like cheap and plastic like, so that's a small con with that. And the worst one of these is, in my opinion, this ESP LTD EC10. This gathers dust and stains a lot. Both the hardware and this black finish and this headstock and the LTD logo over there look kind of cheap in my opinion, but still not an ugly guitar. And of course this looks thing will always go down to your own personal preferences, but I think that this is the best looking one. Then the hardware of these guitars. I'm not going to include electronics in this section, I'm going to talk those later. Here the worst looking one has the best quality hardware in my opinion. I can't find any real issues with the hardware of this guitar. All the strap locks, great. Jackson has a little con with the strap locks. The strap is a little bit harder to remove from these strap locks than from the rest of these guitars. And tuners, the best tuners of these are with this Jackson. Really nice quality bridge and tailpiece all works well, and overall this, I have no complaints about the hardware of this guitar. Jackson and Ibanez come very close to this guitar's hardware. Great tuners with Jackson. This Ibanez has slightly worse tuners, but still great. And Epiphone is the worst one because the tuners of it, in my opinion, kind of suck. I would wish that the Epiphone would add better tuners to this guitar. Then this would be a much better guitar. I would only recommend this guitar if you are ready to change tuners. Maybe you are not going to face so much tuning issues than I was, but you have to be ready to change those tuners. Then the electronics. In my opinion, both the Jackson and Epiphone, I have no complaints about the electronics of these two. Both of these pickups are included in many hundreds of dollars more expensive guitars and all works as it should. But that is the case with all these guitars. But in my opinion these pickups are just really high quality and high value for money. I will talk more about the sound and tones of these pickups and tweeters in the sound section. And this Ibanez comes really close. These pickups are not included in many other, at least more expensive Ibanez tweeters, but still these are really great. And I think that this ESP has the worst electronics. It has really kind of budget pickups. These are not included in any more expensive ESP LTD tweeters, and you can notice it, in my opinion, when you play it. But still, the electronics with every one of these tweeters work well. I checked the solderings as well, and that's it, all seems great, so no real issues with this. Then the build quality. I was definitely expecting worst with these tweeters. Some of these build quality is really great. For example, with this Ibanez and ESP, not real issues. This had some fret pads because the action was really low out of the box, some uneven frets, but it was easy to fix and now it plays great. And this tweeter, I didn't face any fret buzz issues. But if you want to lower the action of this tweeter, you probably would face some fret buzz. So those are some minuses with these best built tweeters that we have here. The Jackson had one flaw over here, not a huge issue for me. And then the padding over here between the body of the tweeter and the strap lock is kind of not quite how it should be. You can see the problem over here. And definitely the worst one was this Squier bullet Stratocaster. When the nut was glued in, the glue has spilled quite all over the place over here. You can notice the glue closer to the nut and then the middle of the fretboard over here. So it's kind of bad. And also this had some little scratches and bumps on the neck. Not big, but still something. Quite big issues with the finish, in my opinion. I wouldn't want that when I ordered a tweeter for myself, then it has some glue in the fretboard. And about the Squier, I want to mention that this has the worst nut, in my opinion. Fender states that it's the synthetic bone nut, but this is no bone nut. This is plastic mixed with something that makes Fender able to call it synthetic bone. And this looks like it needs replacement quite soon. Then the playability of these tweeters. Most of these tweeters has a little bit rough fret edges. The Ibanez has some, the Epiphone definitely has some, and also the ESP. Jackson doesn't have almost any sharp fret edges, and this Squier has some, but nothing too bad. You are not going to hurt yourself when playing these. But I think the best playability comes with this Jackson. Maybe barre chords are not the easiest with this tweeter, but still the playability, it's really fast and smooth feeling neck, great speed neck shape by Jackson, and also these jumbo frets with low action make playing this tweeter really effortless. And very close to that comes this Ibanez. It's on the same level with the effortless. It has even smoother fretboard, but it has slightly wider nut and a little bit rougher fret edge, so the Jackson takes the edge here. And I think that the Epiphone is the worst playability wise, although it doesn't suck, it's still fun and nice to play. It has rough fretboard edges, but the neck shape is quite nice in my opinion. And then the neck doesn't feel really smooth because it has this black gloss finish in the neck too. And now it's time for some sound samples. I recorded clean stuff with pick and with finger picking, and then some crunch tones, leads and riffs, and then distorted tones with riffs and leads. So let's check these out. Sounds of this guitar. I will start the worst. I think that this ESP is the worst sounding guitar of these. It can offer you good metal tones, but I think that with metal tones this Jackson offers you a lot more. And this is kind of a one-trick pony, in my opinion. It can give you metal tones, but then the cleans and crunch tones are not quite there. It lacks brightness. With some tones it becomes kind of muddy sounding. But the tones of this guitar doesn't suck. If you want a single topped guitar under 200 which can give you metal tones, then this is a nice option. But I would change these pickups and then this guitar would be even better. And the best sounding of these is this Ibanez, because it just offers you so much versatility. This Jackson has better metal tones, no question about it. But this Ibanez and this Epiphone, I think that these offer you best tones. Really versatile guitars. I really like the tones of these two. The Jackson offers best metal tones, in my opinion. And this guitar is also quite versatile, but some, especially the lead tones, are a little bit boxed sounding. But this can do anything for you. It's really versatile. With metal tones it loses to this Jackson, but still with distorted tones I think that this Ibanez can compete with the ESP, and it offers so many different options with the clean and crunch tones. And this Epiphone too, it has those thick, warm tones, and it can give you nice, gentle cleans also. And this Jackson, it's still quite versatile. It offers you pretty good cleans and crunch tones, but it's built for metal still, but not a bad option. But if you want a really versatile sounding guitar for you, maybe this Ibanez is the best one, and then this Epiphone is also solid, but these tuners just, I would pick the Ibanez. Then value for money. I think that these two, Jackson and the Ibanez, offer you really nice value for money. Of course, this has this small flaw, but I'm pretty sure that almost no other is going to face this issue with their Jackson. But if you are going to order guitars, order those guitars from the place where you can return for refund. Because if your guitar has some flaws in the quality, then you can return those. For example, Amazon is a good place for that. You can check the links in the description to check the latest Amazon prices of these guitars. But the overall versatility of this nice build, and this guitar doesn't have as versatile tones as this Ibanez, but this doesn't have any sharp edges on the frets, and the tuners are slightly better. I think that this Epiphone, because of those poor quality tuners, offers the worst value for money. It doesn't suck still. And then is this Squier. It has some issues with the finish, so the value money, it's okay. Then the overall score. This was quite even matchup in my opinion, but I think that this Ibanez takes the edge here because it just offers so versatile tones for you, and it stays tunes well. It doesn't have the best tuners. I think that this one has. Second place goes to this and then the Ibanez, but still it stays tuned well. I didn't have any real issues with the tuning. It had some fret buzz when I got it, but I just made action a little bit higher. It was super low when I got this, and it has some sharp fret edges. I'm going to do some sanding on these and then it will feel awesome. It's the best option in my opinion, and when I was starting out I would wish that I had this Ibanez with me. It's so versatile and nice to play. And also this Ibanez feels best when finger picking because the string spacing is quite wide with this. All these guitars are really easy to play. And the Jackson takes the second place. Great metal guitar, stable quality, but it has one finish issue, so buy this from the place where you can return it for refund. Nice quality tuners, pickups. Then the ESP pickups, not versatile, but okay with metal and pretty good with other tones, but not as good with the other guitars on this video. It has really nice hardware, great tuners, maybe the best of these all, stays tuned really well. If you change the pickups, this would be great guitar, but with these pickups it just can't compete with these two. Then the Squier, finish issues, but otherwise pretty good. But keep in mind that this is the best version of the Squier bullet Stratocaster because this has these better tuners and you can recognize these from the rounder shape. And of course about these bullet strats, this HSS pickup configuration, it's the most versatile and best one in my opinion. And then the Epiphone, if this would have better tuners, this would be one of the best picks. Of course the neck is not so nice feeling, but still, if the tuners would be better, the score of this would be a lot higher. Now, I would only recommend this if you are ready to change the tuners. It might be that you won't need to change these tuners, but you have to be ready for that if you are going to buy this one. So in my opinion, Ibanez, it's the best electric guitar under $200 that I have tested. Great option for you. And if you are looking for a best metal guitar, then the Jackson takes the edge. And here are our quality checker. He has gone through every one of these guitars and also agrees with me that this Ibanez is definitely the best guitar of these 5. Hopefully this video helped you out. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Check the latest price of these guitars on Amazon by clicking the link in the description. And of course, watch those other videos about these, the in-depth individual reviews of each and the sound demos. Leave down in the comments your thoughts. What is the best one of these in your opinion? Maybe you think that some other guitar sounded better than this Ibanez and is better option. I would love to hear your opinions. And you probably noticed it, those amps over there. I'm going to do roundup reviews and individual reviews about the best electric guitar amps under $200 and best electric guitar amps under $100. So subscribe for those, you don't want to miss those. And like this video if this helped you, and you can read the text version of this roundup review and the individual reviews of this each guitar on my website, guitarsnextdoor.com, and stay tuned and hopefully I will see you soon.